This is the Mr. Peter Parker Show, 3 to 7 weekdays. It's Go 95.3, and I got the living legend, man, the myth, Mod's son. What's up?
So happy to be here. Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to talk to you. We have the greatest conversations every time, and thank you for what you're doing, bro.
Did you just wake up? Are you here? Are you good?
I'm so present, man. This is the most present you've ever talked to me.
Yo, I saw you at Soundset, and I walked up to you, and I hadn't seen you probably in about 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
And I walked up to you, and I saw your face, and I was like, something looked a little different. And I was like, "Hey, what's up with you?" The hair was short. It was like kind of like right here. And you had this look on your face, and I was like, "How you been?" And you were like, kind of explained what you had going on.
Yeah.
First, I'll say I'm proud of you, man. I know you've been through a lot in the last year.
Yeah.
Ups and downs, relationships, breakups, music,
all that,
things.
all that in front of everybody, yo.
You're dealing with some newfound sobriety.
Yeah. I mean, I'm clean from drugs and alcohol for 30 days today, which was like obviously
Congratulations.
the biggest change in my life, and like a lot of people have just been asking like why it was, and really the reason is like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting new results, and like that was the one thing since 15 years old I haven't been clean. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And so it's only 30 days, but it's a really big deal for me because like I said, it's been half of my life spent on the opposing side of that.
Yeah.
So that's what you saw that day, and I think I was at like day 12 or something.
Yeah, it was like 14. It was something really short.
Something like that. No, that's what everyone is seeing in me lately. It's like I got my shine back in my eyes, but I really held very closely that conversation that we had that day. So thank you for that,
man. No, I saw it.
Like I really respect your opinion, bro. You helped me from literally the day that I stopped playing drums for rock bands and started rapping. Like, you know, so your guidance has been there always for me. But when you say something like that, like my ears really listen.
Well, I saw my friend again, and you might have noticed that in the last year, I might have taken a little bit of a step backwards.
Of course.
Because what was happening, the roller coaster looked like it was unhealthy.
100%.
And we have to go through these things. I've been at points in my life that were ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I didn't live them in the public eye like you did.
Yeah.
And, you know, recently you told me you're going through a breakup with this and you're finding yourself in this music again.
Yeah.
What was it like as a guy, like, you know, approaching 30 days of sobriety, stepping out on that stage at home?
That was the best show that I've ever played. Like the right away when I said like I'm present, like that's what it is. I tell everyone that's seen me play in the last couple of shows, but playing in Minnesota has always been special to me. But I'm telling them, like, if you guys have ever seen me before, which I would say 90% of the room that was there the night had, I was like, this is the first time you're seeing me here. You know, like no matter what, I'm telling you, just the way I was going was that I would either be living tomorrow or living for the following thing. So if I'm on stage, I'm thinking about what I'm doing after the show, or if I'm on stage, I'm subconsciously not there. And my wires got really crossed, man. And that's kind of one thing that I was able to at least not share with the public was the ugly side of it.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to be able to give advice after you've gone through something. So
most definitely.
I actually, this is the best I've ever felt. And at hitting 30 days was kind of my goal.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I want to do 30 days and then I'll probably go back to how I was living. And now hitting 30 days today, I'm like, wow, no way.
No way.
I am the best me, the coolest me.
Yes, dog.
Man, you think that being drunk gives you game for some reason, but I'm talking to girls like I never have before. I'm like the best I've ever been, man. My music's the best I've ever been. I just released the greatest song of my career.
Killing numbers right now, crazy 200,000 streams.
Yeah, it's at 250,000 streams today, and every single one. Why I could tell you it's at like 251,833 when I walked in the door because I'm watching every stream as it comes in, and it means the most to me because it's vulnerability, man. It's like if anyone out there has listened to my music or you have this connotation of like Mod's son, this making like hippie, happy music, I'm so grateful that that's what you think of what I've done because that's pretty much what I've wanted to do for the world.
Yeah.
This song that I just dropped though is it talks about a story that I went through, and it talks about the good, bad, the ugly, and it'll most likely what it's really about is young love and old memories, you know. And it was finally like telling a story that I feel like people could relate to because I was talking about myself so intently, just being like me, and this is like this counterculture life that I live and all that. It's very unrelatable in a lot of ways.
Right.
You know, you might look up to it or think it's cool or see it as a lifestyle, but like really, I can get, you know, I make friends with every room I walk into. So like I don't ever want to just have a cult of people listening to me. I'd love to be able to reach the world. I'd love to land in a taxi in Paris and listen to my song on the radio and the guy have no idea who I am.
I'm gonna tell you what I see though, man. You're a guy that a lot of people love, and you're right. Wherever you go, whatever room you're in, you step in, everybody laughs, everybody loves you. But it feels like you're really starting to take care of you.
Yes, that is. Dude, see, this is how well you know me.
I think this is
how
what
well
it is.
you know me.
You're finally like saying like, okay, I know what it is and what's got me here.
I was
but if I don't do this,
I was so focused on making everyone else happy and have the best night of their
and
life.
You killed it.
I did, but I ate everybody's problems and sadness, and I just went into my room and I just got dark, man.
Nah,
and,
man.
And going through that breakup like I did, like now, like I was so hurt when it happened. Now 2 months later, we all know that time heals everything, and I'm just like, I'm at such a good place right now, and like that whole thing like really did spark this, because I got the darkest I ever been after that. Like I was falling asleep on my bathroom floor 10 nights in a row if I even slept. You know, I'd stay up for 6 days and then do that. And listen, guys, like, yo, anyone out there listening, like, I'm not unapologetic of everything I did, and I'm in no way saying like, don't do this, don't do that. I am saying like I can finally speak to you and see that I have like an idea of what it would be like to at least give things a chance. And what I'm saying right now is, you know what, if you're dealing with alcohol problems, which a lot of people are, like you don't need another shot, you just need another chance.
Dude, you're really you're on the verge of something, man, and I'm really proud and excited for you. What was the tipping point where you were like, I'm absolutely done, I'm changing my life?
Probably got the closest I've ever been to death. You know?
I'm looking at you right now, and I can imagine if we got that call, how upsetting that would be.
I was writing wills, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
come on, dog.
Yeah, for real. I was like, this can't last long. You know, I'm 32 years old now, people are like.
Yeah.
And I look younger than ever. I don't know how this is happening.
Look, he got the cut. He got really ready to go. You know
I've dropped a lot of weight. Like everything's happened. But man, I was looking death right in the eyes, man, and I wasn't even scared. And so that was what it was. It was like a very big awakening to be like, I bet that there's been one thing that's been holding me back. I could pretty much bet. And I don't think that it's my work ethic. And I don't think it's my desire. And I don't think it's my intention or my belief in some kind of higher power. But like, you know what? Throughout this, like, man, like I found a little bit of faith. I went to church for the first time in 15 years on Sunday with my mom and my sister. I've become extremely emotional. I've got tears in my eyes right now, guys, talking.
I love it.
But all these changes have been so noticeable to everyone around me. And that's like the power in having like community or friends or anything, or living your life in the public, is that like it's so easy to want to change, but it's so actually easy to do it when other people are giving you compliments about how well you're doing. Right. And I don't feel at all like I'm putting on a show or anything. I feel like I can finally maybe get a little sympathy at sometimes and not feel bad about it. Dude, and force people to think that I'm all good.
You gave a lot.
Yeah.
You gave a lot of performances. You gave us a lot of great music. You gave us a lot of your personality. Maybe times when you didn't feel 100%, you threw yourself out there.
Absolutely.
I was there standing on the Soundset stage when Uzi canceled, and I saw you go out there, but I saw you. They were waiting for Uzi.
Yeah.
But I watched you grit your teeth and get through with a smile.
It hurt me. It hurt me.
But that's the things that artists have to do.
And then I got to get back on that stage.
And you were right there with Gerald.
Come on, man.
It was beautiful.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Listen, man, the ability to be given another chance. Like, I'm trying to go from caterpillar to butterfly. I'm in that metamorphosis.
Right
the
there.
ability to have the chance to do that, like, that's what I felt on the Soundset stage.
Yeah.
I felt like, oh, man, how perfect is this that, like, your worst mistake becomes your best advice? Like, how great is that? So, like,
great, man.
I held the, you know, and forgiveness and forgiving. I ask for forgiveness. Like, I have a tattoo on me now. It's my favorite tattoo. It says, "I forgive you, please forgive me." And that's like my message to the world right now. Is just to anyone. Like, I'm wiping the board clean, and I'm asking for that with me.
Man, you've been doing a great job for a long time, and I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for you, and excited about what you're gonna bring to these people, these kids.
Album soon.
Oh, best stuff of your career.
I promise you, if you go listen to my newest song, I Remember Way Too Much, you will get an indication of where I'm headed musically. And then you'll also know too, like I'm still with my finger on the pulse. Like I made all this music in my bedroom, you know.
I love it.
It's all me, making the beats, recording the music,
and
everything.
What comes to you from this positive space is gonna be,
I can feel it, man.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing one day at a time.
Yeah.
And keep being good to yourself, man.
Thanks, Peter.
You're amazing, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Okay, we in here. Mod Son back in effect. Mod Son 2.0 coming soon.
For real. Next chapter, man. It's begun.